Welcome everyone. My name is Christophe Monget. I'm the head of product at procurementexpress.com, and welcome to our webinar where we will preview our new mobile app. At procurementexpress.com, we take the hassle away out of company purchasing. And how do we do that? We provide magical features in our apps. Our development team has been working hard in the last few months to refresh our mobile app and to add magical features. I will now let Dino Hurem, who heads the mobile app development team, to give you a preview of what's coming.
Okay, thank you, Christophe, for the words. As you mentioned, my name is Dino. I'm the lead mobile developer, sorry, and I'll be presenting our new redesigned mobile app. So what you can see on the screen is a mobile emulator of an iPhone 14 Pro Max and our first presenting page, which is the welcome page with two options. You have login and sign up. I'll be going through the login and then some magical features that Christophe mentioned. So if I click on login, I would have to enter my credentials. Once I enter my username and password, the login becomes enabled. I click on it and we're presented with a small loading screen. After a few moments, you notice that we are redirected to a new page, and there are some options other than that. So the first is the landing page PO list, which you can see on my screen right now. Here you can see we have purchase requests, purchase orders, and a number of filters, but we'll get back to that later. The first thing that I want to show you is the magical feature that Christophe talked about. And that can be found on the top right by clicking on this icon, the document. And if we click this, we have two options presented to us, to scan or to select the document. And since this is an emulator, I cannot really scan anything, so I'll be selecting the document from my device. And then it opens this select picker where I need to select an image. And I'll be selecting an invoice for you. I selected it, open it on the left side. I'll just select it on my emulator. And while it's loading and doing its stuff, you can see on the left screen, on the left part of the screen, we have a supplier, SpaceX. We have 3 line items in this invoice with its rates, the quantities, and the total amount. And now, since it's done with processing, you can see that all of these line items are actually fetched from this invoice. You can see the description matches the data on the invoice, the quantity per line item, as well as the unit price, 2, 2, and 11, 11. Same goes for unit price, 50, 50 on the invoice that we uploaded, and 53.23. Now, you can see the total amount is also 1,185. I'll just minimize this invoice not to get in our way and get back to the flow. But what I would want here is to send it for approval. So I would click on edit. It will prepare the data. It will load it up in our new create/edit screen. I would just have to do some minor adjustments like add a department. These are all dummy data, and add a budget for each of the line items. So I'll select for the first line item, select it for the second line item, then scroll down to the third line item and select for the third line item as well. You notice that the line items are separated with these dashes, and there are multiple fields for each line items: products, budgets, unit price, quantity, tax rate, and the net and gross amount. These are all preloaded from our invoice that we uploaded. We scroll down a bit more, we get to the total amounts of the whole purchase request. And the only thing that we are missing here, since this is a company set up for manual routing, we need to select our approver. I'm logged in with this same user, which is a company admin and approver, and a team member as well. So I'll select the only one that I have. Once I did this, our send button is enabled. Clicking on the send button, it loads and shows an animation that PR was successfully created, after which we are redirected to the PO list page, and we are presented with the small card of our recent purchase request. We can do two actions on here. You can see decline and approve buttons are both enabled, but we're going to do it a bit different. You'll see on the top right, there's a notification bell, and it shows us that there is new pending request waiting here. So if we click on the pending request screen, you'll notice that the same card is present here. And what I would do as a company approver will want to approve it by clicking on this approve button. Clicking the approve button, it does the approving, shows an animation, and then refreshes the page. It now has no items here, so I would just want to go back to the dashboard. Going back to the dashboard refreshes it, and then shows us the recently approved purchase request, which is now a purchase order. And going back to the options on this page, we can do some searching. So what I would want to do is actually search for the first purchase order here in the list. And I would do a search by only typing in the last four digits, 7509. I'll type in 7509, and it filters only that item. Another cool feature here is this share option. Clicking on it opens up a sheet where we can copy the URL to this. Now we can share this to any person or anyone through a different app, just pasting this URL that we just copied. There are multiple other features that I haven't gone through, but that's for you to discover. With this being said, I'm giving the word back to Christophe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dino. It's a great demo. I think we can see definitely a magical feature here. This mobile app will be available on the Apple Store and on the Google Store in a couple of weeks' time. So stay tuned.
Thank you.